Hello， 大家好，欢迎回来我的频道Dupe 321。This video is a continuation of the Q&A that I did last time, where I answered how I stay motivated studying Chinese language, and in this video I'll be answering how I use Chinese dramas, Chinese movies to learn Chinese. The first thing I'd like to say is, if you're a beginner or a non-beginner, don't stress. Alright, don't stress. I've been through that. Like during my junior year of college, which was the second semester of junior year, I took Chinese 202, and with that I took like elective courses for my Chinese minor degree. And when I was in that class, well, mostly the elective class, when I was in the elective class, the teacher spoke mostly Mandarin, so it was really hard to understand, like really difficult to understand what was going on, which stressed me a lot. Just imagine sitting in a class for God knows how many hours and you don't even understand what's going on. Plus, it depends on your grade, because if you fail that grade, then you might have to retake the class and spend more time in college. Yeah, so let me just leave it as that. So just imagine the difficulty I was facing in that class. So after that class, I'm like, I need to study. Like, I need to watch dramas, watch like YouTubers that speak Chinese, Chinese natives or foreigners that speak Chinese, you know, to improve my listening skills. And honestly, that didn't help. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't help. But after I completed my minor degree, I found it and I realized that I could understand more than I did when I started like watching Chinese dramas. I mean, I've been watching Chinese dramas, but when I like watch Chinese dramas to improve my listening skills. Let's say that the reason why there was such improvement is because I've been taking different classes, Chinese courses, so I acquired more words. I learned more words and more grammar structure, which like helped me to understand Chinese dramas better and improve my listening skills. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm 100% good. Like, I'm not 100% good. I'm still getting there. I'll just say that it has improved by 30%. No, that's even too much. 10%. Because I feel like I have a lot of words I still need to know, and like more grammar structure that I need to study on. So yeah, how to use Chinese dramas to learn Chinese. There are two ways that I would suggest. One is more of like a relaxed way, and basically this is where you study Chinese on the side, right? Then watch Chinese drama for entertainment purposes, and you just write down simple phrases that you can use daily, like words, phrases or words that you think like, oh, I think I can use this in my daily life. So for example, let's say take a look. The phrase take a look, right? In a lot of dramas they have that phrase, so that is 你看看. Use that every day, like if you're trying to show your siblings, your parents something, like, oh, see, I found this, come take a look, 你看看. Summarize the relaxed method is you study Chinese on the side, right? Then just watch Chinese dramas or Chinese movies for entertainment purposes, right? And write down phrases, simple phrases that you believe can be used in your daily life. Now, the other method is like more of like a strict way. I don't know what to call this method, but for now let's just stick to strict. So this is where you like sit down and basically use Chinese drama to learn Chinese. I've never tried that method, so I'm not sure how it would really work. I mean, but if you eventually do, let us know, share it with us, so that those who really want to use Chinese dramas to learn Chinese, it's going to be super helpful to them. And I would say that you should study grammar structure on the side. It's an option. If you want to, you can go ahead. If not, then that's fine. And also with the second method, you can also write down phrases that you use every day, or that you think that you can use every day. And yeah, so that's how I do it. Like for me, I would say I use the relaxed method where I study Chinese language on the side, and whatever words I acquire from studying Chinese language, and if I hear it on the like while I'm watching Chinese drama, that's like a plus for me. Then I write down phrases, simple phrases that are fun to say, that sounds good, like oh 真好吃, very delicious, or 你看看, come take a look, as I mentioned earlier. You're probably like, oh, when am I gonna have time? You don't have to sit down and watch the whole episode. Just like, even if it's like 10 minutes every day, that is totally okay. Don't stress yourself, don't tire yourself out. Just do 10 minutes every day. Eventually it's gonna add up to something, okay? So I also do like phrases from dramas, and I post them on Instagram and Facebook. So if you feel like, oh, you don't have the time to sit down and watch dramas, then you can definitely check my Instagram page or my Facebook page. And sometimes I do like a video where I do like a summary and phrases. Before I end this video, another tip that I would say is look for dramas that have Chinese subtitles, because in Chinese language, right, there are a lot of words that sound the same. They have the same pinyin, right? But they have different characters, meaning that they have different meanings. It can be like really confusing. And also, when you have Chinese subtitles, it helps to look for the word on your dictionary. In addition, I would say that you should choose dramas that also have English as an option, English subtitles as an option. So basically what I mean is that you can use the English subtitles if you want to, or if you don't want to. And it's actually good if you have English subtitle as an option, because then when you're translating, you can check with the English subtitles to see if it's right. And honestly, sometimes English subtitles aren't right. So yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly summarize what I've said, because I've said a lot. So there are two ways that you can use Chinese dramas to learn Chinese. The relaxed way is where you study Chinese on the side, then at the same time you're watching Chinese drama leisurely, right? You're taking notes, you're jotting down phrases, words that you feel, that you think that you can use in your everyday life. Then the second one is where you actually use Chinese dramas to learn Chinese. So that means you'll be taking a lot of notes, and also at the same time writing down phrases. And use Chinese dramas that has Chinese subtitles, and English as an option, English subtitles as an option. So that's it. That's how I use Chinese dramas to learn Chinese. Hope this video was helpful to you. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram, Facebook, and my website, themandaриnchinese.com. I'll leave out the links in my description box below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. 再见。